All right, y'all already know how I start my day out, grinding. Start every day out grinding. I just want y'all to get a look at how pretty that 1zpresso is up on my coffee corner. You know, this is the little coffee station right here. Yup. And that 1zpresso sure is looking pretty with it. So yeah. That thing is classy. That thing is classy. It's classy. I love it. Got my coffee station looking real good. Let's get to grinding. All right, y'all. Got a new coffee. Caratina. I don't even know, I don't know where that, I've never heard of that place, but it's in Kenya. Nairi, Kenya. Coffee here. This right here is a gourmet coffee. So we're still on this baby right here. So this will be think about 2 months I've been using that. Yeah, about 2 months I've been using this 1zpresso, and I like it. It got shady reviews, man. I think guys, in the coffee industry are starting to get corrupt. They're putting out fake news. So I'm gonna show you some of the things I heard about it. They're talking about how it's hard to dial in. It's got some little indicators on the top of it to show you which way to go, to take it up or down. So if you got a hard time dialing this in, then you're gonna have a hard time dialing in any type of grinder. So that was one of the things I saw as far as reviews on it. Next was, that this top part here, beans get caught, where they got for you to put the handle on. It's like a little knob there, little hex type shaft end piece, and it's got a divot, and on the outer ring is where you set the grind. And guys were complaining about that. I love that because I can set this thing upside down this way. If I take the cup off, I can set it down flat. It's not moving. Upside down, whichever way you want to sit. You can sit this and it's going to sit stable. It's my first grinder that I can sit any which way without a problem. This thing screams quality and good design engineering. So guys are talking about how a little bit of coffee you do that and that coffee's out of those holes. And they were talking about how you got to try to pick them out with your fingers. Come on, guys. Come on. This grinder is a pleasure to use. This is my favorite grinder. I had a Rock. I had a Porlex Mini. The Porlex Mini was poor grind quality. Operationally poor. I'm even going to say quality, lower rank. It's the worst grinder I've used. The Rock, man, I like the Rock. The Rock was a good grinder, good grind consistency. I used it for years. It was good, sturdy, quality made grinder. And so far, I'm going to say the same about this one. This is a good quality made grinder. This one feels a little more precise and high quality than the rock. I think this grinder cost me about 140 bucks. This is a good grinder. As far as setting the grind on this, I like the way it sets better than the rock. The rock was stepless, but I mean, when I first got it, I had no problems. And then as I went, I don't know if the spring that holds the blade up starts to get weak or what, but it would start to change grind settings by itself while I was grinding. It just got to a point of where it decided where the grind should be, and usually it was on. You know, it was on point, so I didn't mind. I think it got set in a spot that I had it, and that's where it liked its grind size, and that's where the grind size pretty much stayed. So this one's gonna need some time, but it feels like, and the way it's kind of stepped, that it's not gonna go and find its own grind size. So I like that. I'm pretty much done with the stepless stuff after the rock, you know, decided to choose its own grind. But the rock was good. That was a sturdy, nice grinder. It made good espressos for me right up till I lent it out. I might as well say gave it away. I don't think I'm getting it back. I got my dude involved in coffee now, and he's enjoying it. I've replaced it. I don't think if I got it back now, I would really use it anyway, except just to show y'all a comparison or something. Do like a comparison video with it or something. But yeah, so it's found a new home. But it did me good. Made good cups of coffee for me while I had it. So I can't really dog the rock out, but I could dog out that Poor Lex Mini. Poor Lex Mini, I mean, it'll get you a cup of coffee, but it was trash. Poor Lex Mini was trash. I thought because it was made in Japan, it might have some quality to it, but no, it was garbage. I don't know where this 1zpresso is made, but it's quality. I like it. I think it might be made in Italy. Italy is good for making coffee gear. They made this espresso machine I got, and it's good. It's a high quality espresso machine. They ain't playing. You know, they make good coffee stuff. I ain't never really had much made in Italy. I mean, I guess they kind of like America. They don't really make much and export or nothing like that. I think they got some high quality cars they put out. Other than that, Italy pretty much is an importer. So let's get some coffee out of this thing. Let's see what this new coffee is about. You got it here. This gonna be a nice, good cup of coffee here. All right. 20 in, 40 out, y'all. Looking good. think today is going to be a good day. A good cup of coffee. Can't beat that. Fruity. I didn't read what I should be looking for here, but I'd say the roast has got to be about a 2. Sweetness, about a 4. Roast about a 2. Fruitiness about a 6, 7. That's 7. Let's see what we got here. Oh, body. I'll give body a I'll get a body of 7. Let's see what we got. So acidity, which is fruitiness, they gave it a 7. I gave it a 7. Body, they gave it a 6. I gave it a 7. Sweetness, I gave it a 4. They gave it a 6. I might need to work on. I might need to grind this down a little more because I didn't get the sweetness out of it. Roast, they gave it a 3. I gave it a 2. So I didn't purge my machine, so I might have came a little hot. Maybe that's what took away the sweetness. I think the grind is right, but I was a little hot because I didn't purge the machine. So I got a little more roast than expected, a little less sweetness than expected. But all in all, yeah, it is what it says it is. It's acidic, high body. The roast and the sweetness I probably need to dial down on the heat. I didn't purge the machine before I went and cracked it, so it's probably too hot. Some steam came off of it. Roasted the bean a little more. But yeah, I like this. Randy is getting me fruity coffees now. So yeah, this is the deluxe, another deluxe coffee, Boston Stoker. This good stuff. You know, I know y'all drinking Folgers. You don't know what I'm talking about here. You start seeing qualities and flavor profiles. You don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this August 3rd, this fresh, good fresh beans. You need to step up your coffee game so you can know about this stuff. This is real deal stuff here, y'all. If you're drinking garbage coffee, please stop. I went into work and I brought them some Boston Stoker, man, some bean coffee. I know they ain't ready for no, gourmet coffee or nothing like that. So I just got them a Highlander grog. Good coffee, nice and fresh. Boston Stoker, $20 bag of coffee. And if they drank it, they enjoyed it. And right now we got some things going on in the lab, so they're pulling overnighters and stuff. Well, of course, a good coffee like that, it ran out, and they went and bought some coffee. They don't know what they're doing, so they mess around and they thought they were getting some bean coffee. They bought some Tim Hortons in, y'all. Tim Hortons. It's a 5-pound bag of ground coffee. It was stale when they bought it, but once you open the bag up, it's gonna be extra stale. Anyway, that's what they went to drinking after they had tasted, real coffee. Real fresh coffee. So they automatically went Burke, right? Oh my gosh, it tastes so bitter, and of course. Tim Horton is selling a stale, over roasted, burnt bean. You know, that's the only way it keeps a little bit of coffee flavor. So all you're getting out of that is body and roast. You know, roast on 100, body on 100, you got nothing else coming. Then when you put it in a regular drip machine, you know, it's just burning it up more. So it's, you know, they're just over there drinking burnt up stale coffee. Really ain't getting nothing out of that but some caffeine. It's probably just, you know, a Robusta bean. And that's what they drinking now. And they got a 5-pound bag to go through. I ain't buying them no more coffee either till they finish that 5-pound bag. I got to make them suffer. Because I showed them what real coffee is. I got that little Porlex Mini. I took it to work. That piece of garbage is something they can work with, you know. So I took that to them. They got a grinder in there. All they had to do was, I told them, you know, you got some, go get you a Colombian bean from, you know, Myers or something. It's garbage. It's a stale bean, but it's better than what you're going to get out of that Tim Horton bag. You know, you might get the taste of coffee from the, you know, a Colombian bean out of Myers that's they got in the case. They stale too, you know. It's still stale coffee, but it's better than Tim Horton. You know, a bag of pre-ground Tim Horton. You know, come on, guys. I had one of the electricians when I had my espresso machine at the shop. He brought in a bag, a whole bean. What's that place? They famous for Starbucks. He like, oh man, Dill, I got you some gourmet coffee. Yeah, he brought in a bag of Starbucks. So, you know, I wasn't gonna dog it right away. It didn't have a roast date on it or nothing. So it was stale bean coffee too. It didn't have no roast date. It didn't have no flavor profile, nothing like that on it. So we cracked it open and it was some burnt Robusta beans. I said, man, Starbucks is doing them dirty, you know. Got people out here buying this garbage coffee. Yeah, Starbucks had some burnt Robusta beans in there. So, you know, we made espresso out of them. It creamed up a little bit because it was a Robusta bean. But I mean like a really, really thin layer of crema was on it. And that was just because, you know, I'm an excellent barista. And it was 100% Robusta bean. So it got a thin layer of crema on it. And it was terrible. It was terrible. So, you know, I schooled them a little bit. You know, don't buy no Starbucks, Tim Hortons, you know, McDonald's bean. It's all the same burnt Robusta bean, you know. This is high production, you know. There's no roaster, you know. These beans get roasted by professional roasters. They're baristas who make espresso, who make drip coffee, who make cold press, cold brew, and they're searching for a really good bean. And they design a flavor profile, and they make small batches. You know, you're not gonna get 5-pound bags of this anywhere. So they make small batches of beans and they send them out to coffee shops with baristas and coffee connoisseurs who are gonna appreciate that coffee. The mass production coffee is just, you know, it's just a machine out there. Ain't no flavor profile set up. It's a bunch of Robusta beans, the old Robusta beans nobody wants, and it gets sent through a grinder after it's roasted, burnt, you know, and then it's shipped out. It's shipped out, and it can sit. You know, coffee can sit for a long time, and it's stale. But you know, if that's what you want to drink, it ain't no big deal. But my coffee don't sit for more than a month. If a bag been sitting over a month, I don't want it. 15 days, sometimes that's all you can find on the shelf. I take 15 days. But if coffee been sitting for over a month, I don't want it, even if it's a whole bean. I don't even buy pre-ground coffee. I ain't bought no pre-ground coffee ever. So there it is, y'all. Got me a new coffee here. I got to dial in the heat on this because I didn't get the full flavor profile off of that. But once I dial in the heat, I'm gonna see what the sweetness with it tastes like. I think it might tone down some of the acidity on it if I bring up the sweetness and bring down the roast a little more. So that's it. Gotta get my morning started. Time to get to work. I'm out.